Let's take you back now to one of our top stories. It's over 24 hours since the Impala Mine tragedy in Rustenburg. 11 miners lost their lives while on duty and over 70 others were injured. Mine bosses and unions have committed to ensuring that families are well taken care of during these trying times. Let's get an update now on what's happening on the ground. Newzroom Afrika's Ziniko Mhlaba joins us live from Impala Platinum Mine. Ziniko, very good morning to you. A tragic incident that has really dealt a blow to the mining community and their loved ones. What's the latest on the ground?
Well, good morning to you, Paul. The latest from the ground is that the operations are still halted here at Impala Platinum Mine in the Northwest Province under the Rustenburg town. Remember that the town is still mourning the death of the death of 11 miners who lost their lives when that conveyance belt had technically issued and ended up collapsing. And obviously, that's when lives were lost, and obviously over 70 people were injured and are still fighting for their lives at different health facilities in and around Rustenburg, and some at intensive care units in Rustenburg. So today we're outside that mining shaft where the incident took place. I'm just giving you a quick glimpse of what we are dealing with here. Well, there are workers that are coming in and out, but you see that they are not in their working gear, meaning that they are just here for admin processes, but also to check up and do some basic things. But basically, the mining bosses told us yesterday that actually they had to halt mining operations immediately, when they heard that there was an incident that had taken place at Shaft 11 here at Impala Mine. So we have not been updated in terms of whether they have resumed their operations or not. But from what we see, it's a similar situation, similar mood as we saw yesterday, which suggests that the operations are still halted. However, what is going to be key today, Paul, is the issue of the mining company trying to reach out to the families. You'll remember that now the process of trying to identify bodies, informing the next of kin of those who might have lost their lives, started yesterday. It continues today, and some families are expected to visit the pathology services here in the Northwest. We spoke to the Northwest Department of Health last night, who said that they will be able to give us a comprehensive update at about after 12 midday, so that viewers and South Africans can get a sense of how the situation is. But also we'll try to locate families as they visit the health facilities to visit their injured loved ones. So that's the latest here. However, what we are expecting to be a long process is the issue now of reaching out to the families of the loved ones who are based outside the Northwest Province, especially those that are coming from the Eastern Cape, which is over 8 hours from the Rustenburg town, but also those that are coming all the way from Lesotho, which is the neighboring country. The mining company said they will do their level best to ensure that those that are in far-flung areas such as the Eastern Cape and Lesotho, the company is able to send representatives so that they're able to meet with those families. So that's where the processes are. But you also understand that Civic Union Ziniko will be meeting with the mining bosses to iron out some challenges between the mining communities in around the Impala company area, but also the mine bosses. So that meeting is expected to take place at the local stadium just after 9 o'clock. So I'm assuming that they are starting now to meet there. So we'll make our way to that venue so that we get a sense of how those conversations will be going, and also talk to some local leaders there to get a sense of how they're feeling. But what is it that they've been doing to ensure that the mining companies are held responsible and are able to deliver on the promises and responsibilities which the mining charter, but also the mining legislations, command them to do in terms of having to do their best in terms of ensuring that the lives of those that are residing in and around mining companies are well, improved by the mining companies. So that's the latest from us. We're expecting the families to visit the hospitals, but also later on get into the pathology services matters.
Ziniko, with the matter of accountability at the forefront, a lot of the times the fingers pointed at mining companies for failing to empower and better their community, their surrounding communities. What sort of commitments have been made in the wake of this tragedy, which is said to be the company's worst since 1974?
I mean, that's a very good question, and obviously yesterday we could not get to those matters when we were engaging with the Minerals Minister, with the management of the mining company and the unions as well, and that's exactly what we'll be doing today, to look and visit the local communities themselves so that we see firsthand, their lifestyle, the type of services they are lacking, because remember that these are the miners that are coming from very far in terms of their original homes or their homesteads. They come here to work, and in most cases you'll find that they are residing in informal settlements. As we were driving from Rustenburg CBD towards the mining areas, we came across some informal settlements, so we'll try to go back to those communities so that we engage with the residents themselves to see how their lives are, what services do they have, what services do they not have in terms of basic service, but also get a sense from the mining bosses in that meeting with the SANCO in terms of what is it that they are doing to improve these communities, because that's what will be at the center of that engagement. So we will probe that matter very well when it comes to that meeting. The mining bosses, I hope that they will make their way there and also engage with the local leaders. But most importantly, we will physically go to these local communities so that we engage with them in terms of their experiences. Do these mining companies really live up to their expectations when it comes to having to take care of injured miners who might have been injured while on duty? So that's the issue we'll probe on.
Ziniko, Mhlaba, we leave it there for now. Of course, we will continue to monitor the developments around the story.